Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very exciting video and I'm going to be reviewing the new Fenty Beauty foundation. If you have been living under a rock or for whatever reason did not know about this, Rihanna did just launch her own cosmetics line called Fenty Beauty, and I honestly feel like this is probably one of the most talked about makeup launches in like forever. And she came out with a bunch of new stuff. She came out with some brushes, some highlighters, a primer, but I think the most talked about and raved about product of her launch is the foundation. Not only did she launch a foundation, she launched a foundation with 40 freaking shades, which is like literally unheard of, especially when you first launch a product. But she did it, and if anybody can do it, Rihanna can do it. So I'm super excited to try this out. I'm going to do my makeup on camera for y'all, and then I'm going to do a wear test and see how this foundation lasts throughout the day. So without further ado, and before I talk all of y'all's heads off, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows off of camera before we started. So now I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and I'm going to be using the Hourglass primer, which I'm running extremely low on. And just massage that into the skin. And then for just a little extra help, I'm going to be going in with my One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap & Glory. And I'm just going to take a little tiny dollop and put it right here and kind of pat it in to where my pores are a little bit more noticeable. So now it's time to move on to foundation. I'm so excited to try this. And I only got one shade, so let's hope the Sephora lights didn't do me dirty. It looked like a good match in the store, but you never know. Okay, so this is the bottle. It is like a frosted glass bottle, and it says to shake well, so we're gonna shake it up. Okay, so this foundation does come with 1.08 fluid ounces, which is just a little bit more than the standard foundation. Standard foundation does come with 1 ounce, so it's just a little bit more, and this foundation runs at $34, which to me really isn't a bad price for a high-end foundation. The bottle is very heavy and luxurious. It's super nice, and it has a pump, which is my favorite part. I think I'm going to try and use a brush on one side and a sponge on the other and see how it looks, and then kind of go from there. Hopefully, like I said, that this is a match. It is very liquidy though, so it's supposed to be medium to full coverage, but it is a pretty liquidy foundation, so I don't think it's going to feel cakey on your skin. Okay. And I think this is going to be a pretty good match. Okay. So I definitely agree with it being a medium to full coverage. I can definitely see how you would be able to build this up. This is just one coat on this side of my face with the Beauty Blender, and I really, really like this a lot. I didn't think that I would like it this much, honestly. Or I didn't really know. Okay. So I'm going to go in with a brush on the other side, and then we'll finish up and do another coat and all that in just a little bit. I'm not really a huge brush person when it comes to applying foundation. I don't know what it is. I just prefer a Beauty Blender. But I actually really like this Morphe, the Y6 brush. I really, really like it. And this foundation, I don't know if you can tell right here, this is what I just put on. It does oxidize a little bit, and I did hear that. So, and if you don't know, when something oxidizes, it just means that it gets a little bit darker on your skin once it dries after you apply it. But it's still a really good match.
I think.
I'm like obsessing over this foundation already, and it hasn't even been on my skin for 5 minutes. So this is a very matte foundation. Like, it's already dry. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have to set this. I might just to be safe. But I'm like really I think I just found a new favorite foundation. So if you have dry skin, I mean, I would probably just make sure your skin is super moisturized and hydrated before you used it if you really want to use it. But if you have oily skin, I feel like this is like, finally, it's our time to shine. And not literally. Okay, so moving on, I have a new concealer I want to try. I don't really know if it's necessarily like new to Sephora, but it is new to me. This is my first time trying it. I still have the wrapper on it. And I actually was watching a video by Katie or Luster Lux, and she was talking about this. It's the Sephora Collection Make No Mistake Concealer, and it comes in a little tube like this, and it does come with 0.33 fluid ounces, but it is supposed to be a very high coverage concealer, so we'll see. I don't even know if this concealer is gonna match or not, but we will see. I got shade 04 Ginger, so we'll see if this is good. I'm gonna go in. Oh, this is thick. Holy moly. Yeah, this is definitely a high coverage concealer. Color looks good. So far so good. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I'm sure you can, but it did. I think this is a pretty good shade. It did brighten up my under eye and all that. This is a super high coverage concealer. Like, I barely put any and I still have a ton left, and it pretty much covered my under eyes, dark circles completely. So if you need something that's full coverage, baby, this is it. Okay, so it is currently 3:30, which is a little bit late, but I am going to do a little bit of a wear test from now until tonight whenever I go to take my makeup off, and I'll be checking in. You'll see a little bit of iPhone footage. I'll be doing that. Just kind of check in and show y'all how the foundation is wearing, and then we'll come back and do our final thoughts. But so far, so good. Today was a very good day for makeup, I would say. But I will see y'all in a little while.
I just need all of you to know that I am obsessed with this foundation, and I want to put this Anastasia highlighter all over my body. I literally want to paint my body with this highlighter.
Okay, so it has been about 4 hours since I put on my makeup, and I mean, so far so good. It did crease right here, but I mean, that normally happens with any foundation that I put on. And then it is starting to come off a little bit right here, but I've been drinking water like crazy. So, I mean, I think right here is pretty normal for me no matter what foundation. So, other than that, it feels really good. It feels super comfortable in the skin. Haven't had any issues with it creasing around my nose, which is a huge plus. And this highlight's still popping. It's currently almost 8 o'clock, and so it has now been almost 5 hours ish, which isn't really a full day, but I did sit outside for a while and just kind of like hung out around the house, did some dishes and all that kind of stuff, and I mean, it held up really well. It did crease a little bit right here in my chin, and a little bit on my forehead, but not too bad. Overall thoughts, I'm obsessed with this foundation. I think that it's really freaking amazing, especially if you have oily skin. It is going to last all day on your skin. I really don't think that I had to set it with powder, but setting it with powder I think helped even more, especially if you're wanting a matte look. If you have dry skin or normal to dry skin, I would say, I'm not exactly sure if this would be the foundation for you. Maybe if you put on a super good moisturizer before you put this on and kind of spritzed it with like a hydrating setting spray or a dewy setting spray, I think it would work for you. I think you would like it. But if you have oily skin, this is definitely going to be a foundation that you're going to love. I'm so excited. Rihanna did that. She really did that. Alright y'all, so that is it for today's video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like these types of videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.